Hey, this is Pastor George with your Midday Motivation. Happy Monday to you. This is another opportunity to live your dream and to step into your purpose. Terry Crews tells this story of the antebellum South of a slave owner who owned a slave, and he owed this particular slave 50 cents. The mother of the little child sent the little girl in there to gather the 50 cents, and when she walked into the slave owner and said, "Hey, Mr. Slave Owner, you owe my mother 50 cents. The slave owner looked at the little girl and said, "Get out of here." She refused to move, and she said, "You owe my mother 50 cents. The slave owner turned around this time and shoved the little girl. She fell down, hit her head, and her nose began to bleed. She got up, wiped the blood from her nose, looked at the slave owner and said, "You owe my mother 50 cents. At this time, the slave owner was so upset, he grabbed a pole. He turned around and was about to hit the little girl in her head, but she stood there, refusing to move, and said, "You owe my mother 50 cents. For some reason, the slave owner got scared. He dropped the pole, reached in his pocket, and gave the little girl 50 cents. What if we approach life that way? You're going after your dreams and your goals. You get knocked down. Do you get back up and say, "I'm going to live my dream and step into my purpose"? Or what about the times when you fall down and it seems like you've lost everything? People have walked away from you. Those that you trusted and said they'll never leave you, they've walked away. Do you stand there like that little girl, refusing to move and say, "I'm going to live my dream and step into my purpose"? You got to have the fortitude of that little girl. Even though you get knocked down, reach down in the reservoir of your greatness and stand up tall and say, "I'm going to live my dream and step into my purpose." God bless you. We'll see you next week.